Welcome back, guys. Today we are back with another problem, and today's problem is finding the nth natural number. So today's problem we are going to write over here. We are going to find the nth natural. We are going to find the nth natural number. Okay, and we have to find the number in such a way that the number 9 should not be present. 9 should not be present. Should not be present. Okay. So say for example, if I have been given this particular question where it says my n value is 8, okay, and so that means if I write the numbers 1 to 8, the natural numbers, okay, if I write the natural numbers 1 to 8, what I can see is my natural numbers will start from like 1 to 8, okay, and whenever I'm removing the number 9, when I'm removing the number 9, the number containing the digit, so you can see after removing the natural numbers which contain digit 9, the first 8 numbers from 1 to 8 is 8 itself. Okay, so let's take another example. Okay, so if I am taking this as 9, okay, and if I'm taking the first 10 natural numbers, so if I'm taking the first 9, if I'm taking it 9, after removal, the numbers which contain digit 9, the first 9 are what we can see, is 10. Okay, so that means after removing the natural numbers which contains the digit 9, after removing natural numbers which contain digit 9, the first 9 numbers which we will be having is from 1 to 10, and it does not contain 9 into it. See, you can see after it we have a 10 and we know. That means the nth number or the last number we can say is 10 in this case. Is 10 in this case, and it's 8 in this case. So how we are going to find this? How we are going to solve this? Okay. So we are going to solve this. We are going to solve this with the help of an algorithm. Okay. So say for example, we will be given a function long find. Okay. And in the long find, what I can see is I will be having a long n value. A long n value. After that, I'll be storing my result. So I can see my long result as 0. Okay. And I'll be having a long multiplier value. I can say my multiplier value as 1. Okay. After that, I'll be having simple digit breaking formula where I can say my n is not equals to 0. Okay. And I'll be having a remainder. Okay. So initially my remainder should be there, right? So I can write long remainder is equals to n modulus of 10. Okay. And then how I'm going to update my result? So I can write result plus equals to remainder. Okay, result plus equals to remainder. Okay, so I've written my result. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the multiplier task. Okay, I'm going to do the multiplier task. So I can write multiplier is equals to what I can say. My multiplier is equals to my initial multiplier multiplied by 10. I will explain you how I am doing this entire process, and I can also say my number divided by equals to 10, and when it becomes 0, I will return the result. Okay, I'm going to return the result. So this was this entire process. Now let us understand this code with the help of an example which is given in the question. The first value is of 8. Okay, and what we can clearly see is that we are having 8 as our number. Then how we are going to get 8? Okay, so say for example, we have taken n equals to 8. We have taken our n is equals to 8. Now we will be having some columns. Okay, we will be having some columns, variables, right? We'll be having a result, we will be having a multiplier, then we will be having a remainder. Okay, once we have the result, multiplier, remainder, and then we will be having a number known as n. Okay, initially our remainder is 0, our multiplier is 1, our result is 0, and now my current nth natural number. So n, the user is giving input as 8. So when the n gives input as 8, first it goes to the while loop. As you can see, it goes to the while loop and is checking whether n is not equals to 0. Okay, so n is not equal to 0. I have to update my remainder. What is going to be my remainder? My remainder is going to be n modulus of 10. So my remainder is going to be a modulus of 8 modulus of, okay, 8 modulus of 10. Okay, so if I am doing that particular thing, I have to carefully see that my remainder in this case is 8 modulus of this value. I have to just quickly check through my question. So if I check over here, what I'm doing is remainder modulus of 9, because why I have just missed a base case which says that we cannot include the digit 9. So what we are going to do is remainder modulus of 9 instead of 10. Okay, so it's very clear. I am going to represent the screen. Yeah. So my remainder is equals to 8 modulus of 9. So what is 8 modulus of 9? This is a smaller value. So 8 modulus of 9 will become 8. Okay. My result, next step is result plus equals to remainder. So the result plus equals to remainder means 0 plus 8. My remainder result will become 8. Okay. Now my multiplier becomes multiply 1 by into 10. So it will become 10. And what you can see is n by equals to 10. That means 8 by 10, my number becomes 0. So it will again go to the while loop and it will check, okay, now it has become 0. So end the loop and return the result, which is 8. So I can see my result will become 8. Okay. Now let us take another example where we are using the number as 9. So what result we will get? So say for example, we are taking the same thing. We are taking the same thing over here. Instead of 8, we will be using 9 as our input. So when we have our input as 9, initially our remainder will be 0, multiplier will be 1, and result will be 0. Okay. Now the first thing what we do is find out the remainder, which is 9 modulus 9 in this case. So we have a 9 as n modulus of 9. So we can say 9 modulus 9. What we are going to get? We are going to get a remainder of 0. We are going to get a remainder of 0 because this particular value, it divides itself completely. So we're getting no remainders. That's why remainder is 0. What next is there? We are getting a result plus equals to remainder. So my result will become 0 plus 0 will be 0. Okay. Now what you can see, I've just, what I have to see, my result, sorry, I have just made a mistake. So there, in this case, there will be a remainder of 1. So that's a slight mistake. This remainder will become, in this case, I'm taking the n as 9. So I'll be having a remainder. Okay. So we'll be having a remainder value. We'll be having a remainder value as we'll be having 9 and then 0. Okay. And okay, we are having a then we are putting 0. Yeah, that's fine. We are putting the remainder is perfect. What next we are doing? We are doing, we have to just check. We are doing multiplier is equals to multiply by 10. So over here, the multiply was 1. So multiply becomes 10 over here in this case. 10 over here. Now number by equals to 10. Number by equals to 10. So my number is 9. Number is still 9. So what I'll be doing is 9 by 10, I'll be getting a 0. Okay. 9 by 10, I'll be getting a 0. Okay. So when I get a 9 by 10 as 0, and you can see that my result will change. So my result from 0 plus equals to remainder. So it will change accordingly, right? So it will change accordingly. So if you think this is getting a bit complex, I'll try to just do it again for you guys. So this becomes much more easier to understand. Before this, we would like to see the code snippet for once. So what you can see from the code snippet is we are checking our number not equals to 0. Okay. We are doing the remainder multiplied by the multiplier. So we can see we have to even multiply it with multiplier. Okay, we are taking the remainder. Then we are doing n by equals to 9. We are doing n by equals to 9. Okay, so in this case, what I can see is we are not going to do this. We are going to do n by equals to 9. Okay, and this comes before this. Okay, so let us do this from scratch. Let us do this from scratch. So just erase this set of things. Stop presenting. Present again. Okay, so we have the number as 9 with us. We have the number as 9 with us. What we want currently as the number which we are taking is 9. The number which we are taking is 9. Our task is to find remainder. Remainder is 9 modulus of 9. So remainder will become 0. Multiplier is already 1. Okay. So my result will become result plus equals to 0 plus 0 into 1. Since my multiplier is 0 plus 0 into 1, so multiplier, as you can see, is clearly becomes 0 plus 0 into 1. The result will also become 0. Now my number is n by equals to 9. That means 9 by 9 is equals to 1. So from 9 it becomes 1. Okay. Once I have the number as 1, what it will check? Multiplier into 10. The multiplier becomes multiplier into 10. So it was 1. So the multiplier becomes now 10. Now it will again enter the loop as it is still not 0. Now my remainder is equals to n modulus of 9. So what is my n? 1. 1 modulus of 9 is what? 1. So my remainder becomes 1. My result will become 0 plus 1, which is 1. 1 into 10, which becomes multiplied, which becomes 10. So this is my final result. Now I am doing n by equals to 9. So 1 by 9, it will become 0, and my multiplier will become 100 because it is getting multiplied to shift the decimal. And when it enters this loop, it has now carrying an n value of 0, so it cannot enter the loop. So it will print the result, which is 10. And you can see the output is coming as 10 in this particular case. So that was the problem statement. Okay, so it's a very simple problem statement, and just have to understand this. Sometimes it gets confusing while doing the submission. So make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, and we are looking forward to see you in our next video.